Hi, my name is Brian, and I'm from Manitoba, Canada. But currently, I spend much of my time in Mexico. Puerto Vallarta, actually. I am here with my family, enjoying the weather and the culture, and I'm even learning some Spanish. I'm also here helping Canadians and other people around the world finding access to heart procedures that they may not have in their home country. I went through my own personal experience with heart issues in April of 2022, and I ended up going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico to find the right surgery for me. I was very shocked and surprised when I found myself in a vulnerable situation in my home country of Canada. We have free Medicare, but we did not have the services available. I had a heart issue that was quite severe, yet I was unable to get help, since the Canadian system was overwhelmed and they could not help me in a timely manner. I don't know what the root cause of this issue is, but I hope it is getting resolved. Although I do hear that it may actually be getting worse. I don't know, but I called a friend who had connections and specialized in medical travel. She found out what my needs were and consulted with other cardiologists about what the best option was for me. And in the end, we found a highly recommended cardiologist in Puerto Vallarta. And he was able to organize an open heart surgery within just a few days. But before we committed, we had a Zoom call with him and our friend from Canada to get to know each other and work out the details. The cardiologist had arranged a quote and a team to be ready in just a few days if I was willing to go ahead with it. Well, due to my worsening condition, I really had no choice, so we booked airfare tickets and made arrangements. The funds for the operation were placed in escrow until we arrived and were admitted to the hospital. I was in bad condition. My heart was still palpitating, but I was well enough to fly with the help of wheelchair service at the airports. We booked a place near the hospital so my family could visit during my stay at the hospital. The next day I checked into the hospital, and it was an extremely modern and clean facility. My cardiologist in Mexico was not a surgeon that did open heart surgeries, so he brought in a specialist from Guadalajara, who in turn brought his team in the night before my surgery by van. The morning of my surgery, while I was in the hospital bed, the surgeon from Guadalajara came to see me. We asked him if he ever takes a break because we heard he had been in surgery the day before he left to drive to Puerto Vallarta. He said that he loves his job and it was his passion. He seemed like such a great guy with good spirits. So I asked him what my chances were, mostly in jest. I said 50%. He laughed and said, No, Brian, 99%. I had had a maze procedure, which is the scarring of the heart in such a way that it stops AFib. And I had had mitral valve repair, as one side of my mitral valve was too big and had folded over, which had caused a murmur. This mitral valve issue was likely an issue from birth, but not too noticeable until lately. Both of these procedures that were done to me are highly specialized and not always recommended or available in Canada. In fact, mitral valve replacement is much more common in other places. But for the patient, repair is preferred if it is possible. Depending on what types of valves are used, replacement sometimes requires blood thinners to be taken after the surgery for an indefinite amount of time. Everything went well, and after the 5-hour surgery, I spent 2 nights in ICU and 3 more nights in the hospital. The food was amazing and the staff was great. I should also mention that when I arrived and checked into the hospital, my cardiologist met me and gave me his personal contact information. He gave me his WhatsApp number, so I was able to speak to him whenever I was not with him and I had questions or I had concerns or I needed him in some way. He also spoke fluent English, which was really nice. I was released from the hospital after being there for a total of 6 days. And then, myself and my family, we stayed in the area, not too far from the hospital, for another 4 weeks for follow-up appointments. These days, I'm back to normal, and we have decided to spend more time in Mexico. And I've changed careers. I now work with the same cardiologist who helped me. I work with him to help other people find solutions for themselves that they may not have access to in their home country. The company I created is called Monarch Heart Solutions, and the name is based on the monarch butterflies that migrate from Canada to Mexico each year. Call me or send me a note on Facebook, Instagram, or visit our website at monarchheart.com. I look forward to helping you. Thank you.